It's recording. Okay, yeah, let me share my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Okay. So, hello everyone. Good evening. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much, Vijay sir, to organize this. Hi everyone. I'm Mangalam. I work with Good AI, and Good AI basically is a Silicon Valley innovator company. And what we focus is on how AI can move beyond just generating answers, right? And actually help people to make better decisions in life. So, especially if you see in areas like healthcare, life sciences, small everyday habits shape long term outcomes. So, we believe that there's a very big, amazing opportunity to build systems that bring clarity earlier. So, that's the thinking behind what we are exploring with all of you today, right? So AI for longevity, right? So when we talk about longevity there, we think of it in a very simple way, right? It's all about direction, correct? Every one of us are moving in some direction with our health based on how we live daily, right? How we uh, position our day-to-day activities, right? But what we usually don't see here is the clarity with respect to our future, say 10 years from now, right? We only notice when something feels very wrong. So the interesting part is that the signals already exist in our day-to-day activities, in our behavior, in our daily routines, right? But what's missing is a way to understand them early, correct? And this problem, what makes this problem very meaningful is not just predicting something very far, right? But making those current directions visible, right? So that I would say is AI for longevity, where we predict the future of our own health. Okay, coming down to the second. So what's the breakdown trap? So today, most
Mangalam,
of
wait a minute. Was it Himanshu just joined? Himanshu?
no, I don't think so.
Okay.
He doesn't have the link. Yeah, no problem. So yeah, continuing. What's the breakdown trap? Today, as you would know, most of the systems are very reactive, right? They respond when something has already gone wrong. So at the same time, we are surrounded by data. I would say the sleep, the way we do our daily activities, our habits, right? But none of them come together to tell a clear story to us, correct? These signals stay very disconnected. So I would say they don't help in big decision making, correct? The real gap, I would say, is not data. It's the interpretation of the data. So if we connect all these signals that are around us and understand what they mean over time, we can move from reacting to problems to understanding them early, right? So that's the bridging the gap which we are trying to focus on with this particular project, right? And coming to the next part, why now, right? So now we are in the era of AI. So this is becoming possible because the conditions have changed, right? Data has become more accessible to us. And AI, with the help of artificial intelligence, we can identify these patterns early, right? So people are starting to expect insights that are, very personal, very relevant to all of us. So this creates a shift, right, from systems that are very legacy, very traditional, that only analyze information, to systems that can guide those decisions, right? So the value is not showing data, but in helping someone understand what it means to them, right? So with this project, what we are trying to build, uh, you know, I would say is very clear, that creates very clarity for a user, right? It should help them understand where they are today, what they are heading, based on their current patterns, and what can change. correct? So this does not require a very complex system, right? We measure what data you guys are using, we predict it, we predict the future, say 5 to 10 years, we simulate, right? If one habit changes, what happens in the future, and we give them clear recommendations, correct? So it requires clear thinking. So if your solution connects these ideas in a way easy to understand, then it already has value, right? So this is again something, again highlighting in little depth, right, what you are trying to build out of this hackathon, right? One is the mirror, which is a biological age estimator, which will tell you how your body feels, right? uh, Say, I would say in a couple of years from now, correct? A time machine, a future health simulator, right? The coach, what's the next best action which is required, right? Say your body needs some more hours of sleep to reduce your heart risk by so and so percent, right? The collector, so you gather the data, it may be some manual inputs, it may be some devices, and so on, right? And you predict your health risk, right? You predict your you flag those kind of risks and challenges, right? You're going in a wrong path, long lifestyle. How do you flag it out on an early basis? And of course, all these are dashed in a beautiful dashboard. We can represent it, right? So the best way to approach it, I would say, is keeping it very simple and focused, right? You can start with a very small set of inputs that you understand well, right? And think about what those inputs represent in a real life, what patterns they may indicate, correct? And then extend it into a very simple view of what happens over time and connect it back with a clear recommendation. So that's the basic strength of your solution and how it's going to evolve and how clearly you connect these steps, correct? That's very important on how you build. So that's the main idea. And this is the demo walkthrough which I have put together for your analysis. So how do you input, you display the age, you predict future. When you modify that habit, you recalculate and you give personalized recommendations. So this is something which can help you guys. And there's a user story also which we have included, where if you see, I've portrayed Ria here. So Ria has a very busy schedule. Yeah, so it has a very busy schedule, right? And once we get to know her job lifestyle, her sleep schedule, right, and so on, we try to analyze, right? We gain some insights from that. So we try to predict her biological age, and we flag certain risks that is coming out from her lifestyle, and we give her recommendations. So we give her some actions, personalized stuff, right, which will help her to transform her life completely, right? And then coming to yep, so what makes us different is basically, again, it's the same, uh, the prediction, right? We are not diagnosing it, but we are trying to prevent. That's our approach here, right? Prevention. We are trying to personalize the insights. We are trying to make it simple and user friendly, and it's a long term vision, right? Long term behavior, long term change that we are trying to do. And finally, coming to the evaluation criteria, when we evaluate your solutions, we are looking for clarity and usefulness, right? A strong solution will have a very clear flow from input, insight to action, and it should be very easy to understand and feel relevant. So the most important thing is whether it helps someone to make a better decision. So that is what will make your solution stand out, right? So this is something on the evaluation criteria, and the core concept and everything. It's going to be a shared vision, right? You will get an opportunity to work with us, and you'll be a part of this innovation asset, right? Your contribution will truly matter, and whatever you showcase will help us as well. And you coming on board with us will also, try to streamline and optimize things as well. So once again, I would like to thank you. And uh, if I were to conclude, what we are trying to really explore here is a shift in thinking from reacting to those problems to understanding them earlier and giving clarity to the user. So we are from generic outputs to a personalized guidance. So that's the main focus, right? And this is where I would say AI is becoming more meaningful in everyday day-to-day life. So as you build, you focus on some creating something that is very useful for the society as well, something that feels very real, something that could actually help someone to improve their direction. So if your solution can do that in a very simple way, it has created a lot of impact, right? So I would say build very simple, build something that actually helps someone. I would like to end on these lines. Embrace the future, inspire the world. Thank you so much, guys. I'll be around if you guys need any help with any questions. But all the best for the hackathon. Over to you, sir, if you want to add something.
Yeah. So first of all, fantastic presentation. Now I'm feeling a little uh, mm, that I don't have a presentation like this. So you are making me. What do you say? Yeah. Let me fix that. I'll fix that. So right, Mangalam. I think the problem statement is pretty much clear.
Yep.
But let me ask you, for all of the people, I also have a doubt. So
Mhm.
you don't expect anybody to actually fix in any hardware, correct?
Correct. Yes.
And what kind of data, on what, uh, how will you check it? Like, where will the data come from for this particular thing?
So yeah, that's very interesting question. Thank you so for bringing this up. So especially the data sets. So of course, everyone, we are not expecting any hardware, right? The focus is not correct collecting those real-time data, but how you think about data, what you do with it, right? So you can work with some simple, accessible inputs, right? This could be some basic user inputs like your age, your sleep hours, your activity level, your stress level, any of your lifestyle patterns, right? You can use some simple data sets or any publicly available data, or maybe even simulated data as well, that you design yourself, because the goal at the end of the day is not perfect data, but to show how your system takes those inputs, processes them, and generates those meaningful outputs. I would say that's the main focus, main criteria. What we are evaluating is how you think, right? How does the system make sense? Is the flow clear from input to output? Can a user understand what is happening and why? So I would say that's far more important than accuracy in this setting, right? So all of you don't get stuck in thinking you need real sensors or real patient data, right? You don't. What you need is a clear idea, simple inputs, and a system that shows how those inputs leads to insight and actions, right? So even a basic prototype that demonstrates this very clearly is a very strong solution. I hope I was able to clarify.
Any particular evaluation criteria?
Evaluation criteria, as I mentioned, it's all about your thinking and interpretation, right? It's all about how you um, how clear you be, correct? Because I'm not looking for any kind of complex system or the most advanced model what you guys use, right? How clear you think, how effective you translate that thinking into a working solution, right? Because a very strong submission is one where the problem is clear and the approach makes sense, right, to all of you, and the output feels very real to the user. So I would say how clear you understand the problem, and you guys should understand who you are making it for, right? Who is the user? What problem are you solving, right? So that's the focus, and how you connect those input to outputs. So I would say that's uh, something what I'm properly looking for. How thoughtfully you have approached the problem, how well you have connected those dots. Is there any kind of innovation?
Mangalam, Pradeep sir asked me to tell you that
Sorry,
for practice and
sorry for this one. I was attending something in parallel. Yep. So pretty much that's what. At the end of the day, I would say the strongest solutions, is when your system is very clear, useful, easy to understand. Will stand out. So I would say that is something which I'm main focusing on. I'm not judging how much you build, right? How much it makes sense, how much your innovation mindset is being used into that particular solution. That's all.
So if there are 10 people who are
Hmm.
almost the same, will you also um, reward those with the least token economy, because it's going to be a lot of AI that is going to be used.
100%.
Will you be evaluating like the least token economy for
Say if multiple teams arrive at a very similar idea,
Mhm.
which is very completely expected, right? Especially in a very focused problem space like this. But I would say what matters is not just what you build, but how you build it, right? I will not differentiate those teams purely based on idea, but on their clarity of thinking, maybe the strength of execution, and how well the solution is translated into this usable prototype, right? So even if two teams are working on the same this one like a token based incentive system or something like a scoring model, right? So the differentiation clearly comes from how their logic is defined, right? How intuitive their experience is, how meaningful their output feels to a user. So that's something which the same idea will not mean the same solution, but the execution is what going to make a difference for me.
Perfect. Super. Okay, so that's it, guys. So that's my questions. Just in case you missed something, now please unmute yourself. Go ahead and ask. Raise a hand first, then I'll let you in. Okay, you know how to use your this one, no? In the chat. Yeah, there is a option for you to send messages, and there's an option for you to raise a hand. So if anyone wants to ask questions, please say I did it. It's here. It sounds like you added something. Okay, fine. Yeah, that's what you can do. Raise your hands if you want to ask any question. This is a clarity call. The question should be yours. I will not imagine what should be the clarity. The best I can do is ask these questions to Mangalam, and then so anyone wants to ask any question around this topic, or anyone who wants to open up and discuss in general what this hackathon is about, anything you say, I'm open to it. I'm audible, no, Mangalam?
Yes, 100%. So, guys, if you want to ask any question related to the hackathon, anything related to the problem statement, you want me to repeat anything, please feel free to ask.
Mm-hmm. Good. Yes, Komal.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, I had a little bit of doubt in the problem statement by Certishore.
Okay. No,
The
not
adaptive
let's not
mem-
talk
adapt-
about it. Let's not talk about
Oh,
certified
okay.
problem statement because I'll explain everything again. That is Mangalam
Okay.
had to go away about 10:30, so I just wanted to Mangalam to finish it. 30 short and build a thinking and explain again. Okay,
Oh,
so that
thank you,
doubts
sir.
will be clear. Anything
Yep.
related to this particular good AI's problem, let can ask me. Okay, give me a hands up or yeah, raise hands. All of you who are going to take good AI's problem. Who's thinking of taking good AI's problem? Awesome. If there's only one person who's going to take, that is LLB. So if there's only one person who's going to take good AI's problem, then that's the person who's going to win. Three. Now there are competitors. Good. Plus four. There are four people. Great. Okay. Here's the twist in the tale. All those people who are into this hackathon sponsored by Certishort will only work on Certishore's problem. Okay, I will not sponsor anybody to work on good AI's problem. Mangalam, don't mind me saying that.
Yeah, for sure. No worries.
I just kidding. Just kidding. Yeah. I
Mm.
was just kidding. Anyways, that's it, Mangalam. I think yeah, you've got your yeah. There's a lot of people who will take your
That's
problem.
great.
So
That's great.
that's cool. That's
I'll
cool.
be around. I'll be around. I'll be in listening mode. But if you need any help, any questions everyone has, I'll be happy to answer.
Right. Okay. All right. So let's get to our problem statement now. Yes. Somebody wanted to. So how can we connect multiple health data systems into one? Multiple health data sources into one. We're not asking for any hardware interrupt. no hardware. You're not going to bring some kind of say your smartwatch or some heart rate monitor or something. We're not expecting that. I guess the most important thing Mangalam is trying to expect, or the good A is trying to expect, is suppose you have that value with you. Suppose you have heart rate with you. Suppose you have oxygen level. Is a term for that, right? So suppose you have all this. What kind of metrics are you going to build? And you have to explain it. I know everybody is going to use AI. I'm very sure. That's the reason why I gave the problem statement one day before and made it a little tough. Of course, when it comes to certi-short and builder thinking, I was not going to spare with an idea that okay, there's just 36 hours or 48 hours, and this is almost 48 hours now because we've released the problem statement around 5 o'clock today, and we're expecting it 48 hours later. Correct? So that's how it works. Now, what is this question mark about, Mr. Sudesh Shihab? If you just send a random question mark, how am I going to interpret that? So please give me the question. You can type in. That's not a problem. Tell me. So that's the whole thing. There's no interrupt or multi. You can connect it any ways you want because there is just data. There is just numbers coming in. Have a database in one place. Some active database like Apache Storm or Apache Storm is good. Apache, another Apache stack which you can use. Yeah, so if you use that, that will be like a server which is connecting all the data in one place. And we are not expecting that. I don't think Mangalam is expecting something like real-time data.
If I can. So the simplest way to think about this is, every health data source is just one signal. So sleep is one signal, activity is one signal, stress is one signal, right? Your nutrition is one signal. So your job is to treat them separately, right? But to bring them in a one common structure. So first you collect all of them in a standard format, then you normalize them, right? So that they are comparable. And then you combine them inside one scoring or prediction layer, right? So in a typical hackathon setting, this can be very little simple as well. So you can take data from different inputs, some sample data set you guys can take. You can map it to one user profile, and you can use that combined profile to generate a health score, a risk score, like a recommendation, and so on. Right. So key idea is not complicated integrations. It's just creating one system where your different signals contribute to one clear output. Right. So if you treat each of the source as one signal and convert them into a common format, then you can combine them into one scoring or a prediction engine. That is the core idea, the basic concept.
Okay, there are some chats here. There are 3 problem statements. So how can we connect multiple data sources? Fine. There are 3 problem statement. There will 3 winner for each problem statement. No. There's only 1 winner for each problem statement. 3 problems, 1 winner per problem statement. So 3 winners. Then there are 3 other special prizes that is only for all women team. Just all women. Okay, that if the team will have a separate scoring for a team which contains all girls only. Okay, so if in that the top 3 students who are really acing, they are going to get that. Varna, you will compete only 1 problem statement, 1 winner. Okay, but don't worry about winning. I mean, that winning is well, if there is somebody who's doing very well, excellent, and all that, we'll give extra certificates. Builder thinking will give. We have done it before only. This is the 3rd hackathon we're sponsoring.
Yep,
Okay.
100%.
So we'll pakka. If somebody wins and somebody is very close, you think we'll let them go like that, right? Of course, we'll not be paying them anything, but we'll definitely give them recommendation or certificate of excellence. That all will come from our side.
Correct. It's all of you are winners, right? If there's not just about ranking, it's about how you think, how you approach that problem, what you take away from building it, right? That's the main thing.
All 42 or how many people are there today, you're all winners only. Because
Correct.
One, you decided to show up, one, you decided to get tested, and now you're also showing up for the meeting, you want to know what it is all about, you're already on the path.
Correct.
It's okay. You'll win eventually. Okay? Just keep doing this. That's it.
Yep.
Fine. So fine, Sudesh. Sudesh, is that fine, the answer for you? And one more question. Sri Harsha. Okay? I told that problem. I told the problem statement would be given on spot with allowed to pick a chit of one, but now we've got a problem statement the day before. Why was that? Sorry, we just decided that it has nothing to do with the problem statements. It has just we wanted you to solve a bigger problem. If I had given you, see, if I had given you this particular problem, what I have chosen now, right, on the day and ask you to code that in 6 or 7 hours, not possible. Okay, we had a choice. Either give a big problem, give more time, or give a silly problem and give less time. What would you want to choose? Bigger problem, more time. Correct. That's worth it. Correct.
100.
So
Yeah.
right. So you come on the day. I know you'll all come up with solutions, but then you come there, and then we'll assess it. We'll say whether it is satisfied or not. Then if you've come up with something, and then if we give some suggestions, then you'll have enough time to improve and
100%.
finally submit it. And if you think that's it, I mean, you built the best, then you chill around and stay till the evening, and we'll announce it. That's why we are closing it by 5. So you
Correct.
can come and see other solutions.
Yes, yes. We want all of you to really think about the problem, not just jump into building, right? Take out some time to explore the idea, do a bit of research,
Yeah.
talk within your team, understand what you're trying to solve. Because the stronger your thinking is in the beginning, the better your solution is going to be at the end, right? So that's the idea.
So go ahead, do your research and build. You go ask your seniors, go ask your industry people, get it solved.
Yep.
Anyone else with questions? Wait, there was another question. Komal, sir, are there any placement opportunities also? Komal, if you solve the problem that I have given you, I don't need to place you. We'll put you out there. People are going to come and hire you. Okay, you just solve the problem. Don't ask me. Karm karo, phal ki ichha mat karo. If you promise me placement, then I'll solve it. You want to tell me that? Are you trying to tell me that? Then solve the problem, the world will open up. Solve it. Learn. If you're not able to solve, suppose you're not able to solve it, don't give up. Okay? If you're not able to solve it, go back home and even if it takes 1 month, solve it. Okay? I mean, in general, I'm telling everyone, Komal, it's not just for you. I know you just asked the question, but I'm pretty sure most of them have this thing. Solve the problem. I'm telling you, solve this and put it on LinkedIn. Open it up for others to use or however you want it. Of course, you can't put it as an IP because the IP is claimed by Builder Thinker 1 and by Certishort Hours, right? But you can, I've told you, I've mentioned it clearly, solve it, use it as your portfolio project. Not a problem. Perfect. Anyone else? Oh, there are people still coming in. What is this? Okay, we're almost done. Anyway, so tell me, do you want anyone wants me to explain the problem or you've already figured it out? The Certishort problem. Who wants to explain the problem? What they think? Somebody was asking for.
We figured it out.
You figured it out, Kamal? Who figured it out? Are we? Anusha, who spoke now?
Yes, sir, we already figured it out.
You already solved it.
Like we kept few strategies to plan it.
Which one are you taking? Which problem are you taking?
Third one.
Anusha, are you from SVIT?
Yes, sir.
Anusha, yes. Okay, fine. So the third one, which is which one? Builder thinking or good AI or Certishort one?
Yes, sir. Problem statement. I'll repeat it.
One is the Abinghaus memory problem. Memory graph problem you're solving.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, good. That's a crazy problem. I mean, I would like to see how we will handle the time. This one, but expectation is big. I'm telling you. So don't just think that I'll just accept one layer. I told you there's a parallel thing. The example is also set there. So figure it out. All right, good that you figured it out. Anyone else want some clarity on?
Good evening, sir.
Hi, Rohan. Yes, please.
Sir, I just needed to confirm that should we just select only these the given problem statements, or can we implement a similar one based on these things?
Similar one means, give me an example.
So if you have a problem statement called space repetition, like
Sorry, which one?
we can also add some other features like active recall and some other techniques.
Oh, for that particular certified one, the
Yeah,
Abingdon's
like
memory problem.
we haven't decided a problem statement yet, but
In case, see,
uh,
you have to choose one problem. Okay,
okay,
you
sir.
have to solve that only. Choose one, solve that. Fine. In that,
Okay,
if
okay,
you want to enhance the features, it's up to you. You can't bring a
okay,
similar problem and try to convince me that it is similar enough. Unless you talk to me or call me, you have the number in the group. You call me and say, I want to solve this. Then probably it'll make sense.
okay,
But still, it is unfair. See, if I give you that, everyone's going to say, I'll also want to do something. What if you've
okay,
already
okay,
built something similar? You want to show me that today.
okay,
Correct?
sir.
So
Yes,
you
yes,
understand, right?
yeah,
I'm
that
not
makes
saying
sense.
you've done it. It just becomes
Okay,
little
yeah,
non-manageable that way. But it's a good problem.
that
Solve it.
makes sense.
These three
Yes,
problems. The good AI problem is
okay,
also
sir.
something deployable. People can use it directly if you deploy it. Correct.
Okay,
This one open source you can give to universities. Your own university you can give the certified problem, and nobody wants to touch the builder thinking problem. Or you never understood what the
okay,
builder
okay.
thinking problem was.
So I was just exploring things, sir. I haven't gone deep into it. I'll just make sure I'll get it done.
How many of you want me to
Thank you.
explain both the problems now? If we had put the document into ChatGPT and discussed with it, you would have understood it. But fine, I'll explain it. Okay, I know you are saying it just because you want to see my interpretation of it. So I'm pretty sure. Otherwise, you must have done. I know you guys are clever. You must have done this already. You must have put this in to ChatGPT and hacked the hell out of it already. I'm pretty sure. Where's the document? Let me open it. Downloads. In fact, I didn't want to explain at all. I wanted people to figure it out because that's 20 marks of the problem. Figuring it out exactly what needs to be done, the context. Trust me, the world tomorrow is not about solutions. AI is going to give you the solution. What is supposed to be done? That's where the world is. So, nevertheless, I don't want to disappoint anyone. I will just explain exactly what I want. Okay. So I'm opening up the this one. What is this? My screen is not visible, correct? I've not shared the screen. I'll share the screen now. Entire screen. Share. Just a second. Hi, Vinay. Vinay. Yes, Vinay. I'm in that meeting, right? That hackathon meeting. I'm explaining the problem statements. So I'll finish it and I'll get back on the call. Okay. Yeah, bye. Okay, so I guess this must be visible now. Oh, this is not. No. So this was the problem statement. It is. What do you do? All right, let's just look at the problem. Adaptive memory system using Ebbinghaus forgetting curve. Okay, so Ebbinghaus, long back, I think about 1900s, 1910s, Ebbinghaus was, I guess, a psychologist who did a research on why people forget what they learn. So there's an Ebbinghaus forgetting curve. So what I would have expected you guys to do is go and create, you just ask this Ebbinghaus curve, go to images and read about it. So if you see this is Ebbinghaus curve. The other one was good actually. Okay, this one is the one. So we visit. Okay, I just visited this. Yeah. So this is what happens. The reality is like this. Forgetting curve. Okay. So basically, whatever you learn today, are you able to understand? Raise hands if you are able to understand. If you're all seeing this and you're in the context now. Good. Okay. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, let me just pull this out from here. What I'm trying to say is, if you learn something today, in 7 days, Pakka will forget it if you don't revise. So, what are you going to revise every day? Everyday revision is going to be too problematic. Correct? Everyday revision is going to be. I'm sorry, I'm not able to add them because they're just coming now, and it's really disturbing me. So instead of that, what Ebbinghaus did a research and he said, optimally you can, if you hit it, don't worry about what research he did. If you want, you can go and study it later. Now what he said is, if you study something on today, tomorrow get a revision. Okay? Then day after tomorrow you don't have to. On the third day you get the revision, again you're back to the original memory. So let's say you start with this. See, this already the solution is here. You learn something. First day send a mail. Okay. Third day you send a message of the same topic to their WhatsApp or something. Correct. On the 6th day maybe you meet and discuss it, or maybe another message, some voice call perhaps. So any given topic, 1, 3, 6. If you do this, there is so much reinforcement. There is so much reinforcement of that see this curve, when you will forget now. See this curve? See, first day if you don't do anything, in 7 days you forget, right? This is days. Subject retention, this is retention. How much of the subject you will retain in your mind when you study something. You study something on that day, maybe in 1 hour you retain 100% of it. Lose 1 day without any revision, you just forget. That's what is happening to everybody. Correct? So now there is AI, now there is automation. This is a pure automation problem. Pure automation. Now, in fact, you can ask ChatGPT to create a lesson, or not ChatGPT, an agent, an LLM, or an agent on the top of it, to create a lesson plan. It will teach you something. Automatically, it will structure inside that lesson has to be reminded back to you through a mail. Then third day on the phone, maybe on the 6th day as a voice call, whichever way you want to do it. Okay, but I need to see that. But in my in the problem statement, I've made it very clear that here. What I've asked you to do is scroll down, please. Yes. Since real timelines are very long, because I'm not going to be there to check if you are actually sending a mail after 7 days. That's long, correct? So give me an option for custom interval compression. So instead of me setting it up for 137 days, I can set it for 137 minutes. So the first minute I should get a mail, third minute I should get a WhatsApp message, 7th minute, whatever the way you want. Correct? So 10 minutes I want to see your solution. That's it. So clear? I guess it must be clear now. Oh, guests are waiting. Tell me, raise hands, ask questions. That is a problem that has been explained now. Yeah, admit 4 guests, please. Admit all. Komal, you want to ask something?
So what kind of lessons do we need to capture in that?
What kind of?
Lessons.
Any lesson. ABCD, you want to pinky ponky some poem or some Baba Black Sheep poem, I don't care. I'm interested in whether you built a system that can remind in the Abingo way, not the lesson. This is not about which lesson,
Yes.
anything. I want to know whether it can be deployed, whether you can put it out there, whether you understand how to understand the timing sequence of all this. One is a time-based
So, like,
system.
what should be the format of the lessons? Like, can it be text-based or video-based?
Yeah, I didn't get you. Again, please ask me again.
For lesson capturing, what should be the format? Like, can it be text-based lessons or shall we upload videos of lessons?
Your wish.
Okay.
So you think you'll be
Thank
able
you,
to
sir.
send a video link? Come up with an idea. You
Thank you, sir.
yeah. Think about it. I would probably prefer it something like video. See, honestly speaking, a video is something that you watch. After watching the video, your agent should know the context in the video. Okay, every video has meaning. You created the video because you have a vision of a subject. Let's say 20 minutes video. In that video, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to extract what the video is about. Now you don't have to see. You learn something today for 1 hour. You don't have to 1 hour's 1 hour's content, and when you revise, you don't need another full hour for that. You just need a reminder that this was what you learned. Don't forget, because you've already put in 1 day. This is what you learned. Don't forget. On the 3rd day, again another hint that these are the steps. These are the steps. That's it. Your mind will again trigger it. Don't let the mind lose that memory structure, because you see, memory is not spark. Memory is actually real neural structure. If you don't revise, the neural structure never happens. If you just say, listen, attend a class and never go home and do assignments, or I never used to do, now I've learned it the hard way. But if you don't do it, you will forget it. Why you will forget? Because the reinforcement was not done. So that's why I think the name also of this is, I would say, I don't know, did I name it as reinforced learning? No. It was just adaptive memory system. Adaptive memory, yeah. This is what. So go ahead, think about it, think more, discuss with ChatGPT. You have that with you. Discuss, see what else you can create out of it. That's all. Okay. Anything else, please? Anyone else? Advi, Anusha. Yes, please. Anusha, yes.
Need the complete working prototype, which takes the real-time data, or anything like that it can.
See, I cannot say I need the complete prototype. Do your best. It is not the case that, if you don't show me the complete prototype, even if you are a winner or you have done the best out of everybody, but since yours is not a complete prototype, it's not that I'm not going to give you a award. I only want you to do your best. Because if you are
Based on the innovation, the prizes, like that, it is distributed, or
yeah, based on the innovation, based on somebody who's understood it. Basically, which product can I now branch out and sort of take it to this one? Sort of, let's say, which project I can invest on to you only. If you are doing well, which project I can invest on so that I can give you the money to complete it completely.
I got it.
See, otherwise, if you show me that you've got the idea, then but you understand, right, Anusha? If this gets solved, this whole system can go into the entire education system.
Exactly. That's the major issue students are facing nowadays.
So the other major issue is students are not sitting in the class, including myself. Okay, if you give me 90 minutes lecture, I can't sit. I mean, we're all tuned to reels, and once it's difficult no matter how. I was just telling my friend that Einstein also wouldn't sit for 1 hour in Newton's lecture. Okay,
exactly.
So that's how it
we
is.
usually go through that,
right? So you have to figure it out. Anyway, I guess we figured out a way to keep the attention span of students. That's another software that we've already solved. Now this will, let's see where it goes, this one. Okay, so we are trying to solve, it's an edtech, right? Certishort is an edtech, technology for education. So we need to solve these kind of problems. Thank you for showing interest in this problem, by the way. Right? And one more person had raised hands. I think it just got lowered. I'm sorry, I didn't see that. I guess, please, can you, Kumar, yes, please. Yes.
Hi, sir. Good evening. Yes, sir. But the question I'm asking a little bit sensitive. Before this meeting, I we have decided to do that AI, that health sector problem. But the way you have explained the third problem, actually we have filled the Google form in that health sector. But now my I want to do it with the third problem statement, that where the attention plan and the forgetting things. That is there any issue chances that I can change it?
No, why did you fill it now? The time was tomorrow night, right? Why did you fill that
Yes,
form
sir.
now?
Okay, so that's what I was
Fill it
going to
again.
ask. But it's
But see, don't do this. Otherwise, Mangalam is going to feel bad. I'm taking away people from his project now. Okay.
okay, sir.
So, anyways, hey, see, it doesn't matter. Whichever is the thing, you do it. See what works for you. Okay. Every problem is a
Oh,
problem. If you can put that problem is a very challenging problem because there's a lot of multi-sensor data fusion in that. So, yeah. Mangalam, what is this? Your presentation is not working. I just opened up a PDF and they are saying they choose my problem.
Yeah, no. Yes, any problem statement works,
That's
right?
great,
At the
man.
end of the
That's
day,
easy.
yeah, we are
You
just
know me. Yeah.
correct. Yeah, at the end of the day, we are just solving for a higher cause, right? For
Indeed,
the
indeed,
society, for all of us,
indeed.
and it's all the learning. It's all part of a journey. So, yep. Thank you. Thanks for that.
No, no. Thanks, man. Joshna Chintamani. Sir, can you explain the first problem statement? Joshna, I think you came late. I think Mangalam had already explained the problem statement. You'll get the recording of this. You can watch that again. Okay, fair enough. Now, who wants to hear the third problem? I'm pretty sure now once you hear the third problem, you're all going to shift to the third problem now. Yes, all of you. Okay, all of you want to listen to this third problem. Okay, let me just open up the third problem. Okay, right. So third problem comes from my brother. Okay, so that is from Builder Thinking. Okay, and later you'll see what Builder Thinking's products are and stuff. So what you're going to do here, it's a very simple problem actually, but if it gets implemented, it's a simple problem, but it's a recursive problem. It's a data structure problem. But you don't have to worry about it. Agents are going to do it anyways. But let's see if we can figure out the agentic way of such complex data structures. Let me say I'm just trying to download the file because this system doesn't have the file. This is a different system. Now I'll explain. This forgetting curve is done. Okay, this is for that. Now I'll explain what this problem is. So if both are solved, then we've solved something really really, really interesting because one, this problem statement. Now, okay, tell me how many of you actually has read this problem statement? I want to see your take on it. Raise hands if you've read this problem statement. And Anusha or anyone, I'm pretty sure you guys are clever, bunch of people. Rishita, yes, you've read it. Sorry. Anyone wants to explain what this problem statement was? Let me see. Anyone wants to explain? Did anyone get the idea by looking at this? Looking at this problem statement? Tell me. There's a lot of stuff I've given you, fine, but no one? So you want me to explain? Raise hands if you want me to explain. You've read it, but you didn't understand. Is that this one? Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Let's do it. So basically, what do? You when you don't understand something, you ask people. Correct? Now you have AI, so you ask AI. So suppose I'll give you this answer. User asks, what is line in AI? Okay. So of course you can really go and ask this. It's not some silly question. Let's go and ask this. Are you all seeing this? I'm just asking this exactly what I said. LIME is in AI stands for Local Interpretable Model Agnostic Explanation. So it's trying to break everything. Okay, it's trying to break. You give input, you get output, but why that output happened is equal to unclear. So it's giving you all this different ways of understanding. Don't map the whole jungle, just understand. It's giving you this entire strike. So LIME is essentially, see what it says now. LIME is essentially doing what LIME is essentially doing is this: approximate a complex function locally using a simple function. Okay. Now suppose you don't know this word approximate at all, or you don't know what is the meaning of a complex function. Now should I now go and say what is complex function? The thread will go in somewhere. Correct? Now I want to see a visual diagram of a question and the answer that comes up. Like say, what is LIME in AI? LIME is an AI that stands for Local Interpretable Model Agnostic Explanations, right? Now you would want to know what is this model agnostic. First of all, what is agnostic? So you understand where we fail today. We fail today because we are all studying this advanced concept in a language which is not our mother tongue. Okay, if you're well read, like you've read more than the English. And English is, you think in English. We don't think in English. How many of you think in English? Can tell me. Raise hands if you already are so well versed with English that even if somebody hits you, you don't say amma, you'll say mummy. How many of you are thinking in English? Less, right? Your mother tongue is the only way. If you are really angry, you don't use English slangs. You direct from inside, you'll get that. Correct? Inside your mind. Correct? So it means what? We basically think in our own internal core kernel language. So when something like this appears, I don't know what local is. Local means, hey, local would have. Is that the local? Correct? Local interpretable model agnostic explanation. What is the meaning of this interpretable? What is that local interpretable? So I want this answer by LLM or agent, not like this. I want to be able to select these two words and press enter, and then it should start making me understand what local interpretable is first. Then I will check interpretable model 2. Now I want it to explain what is an interpretable. Then I say what is a model agnostic. Then I'll go down. Then I'll check, okay, just if I should be able to select this, and this, then now you should put everything together and explain to me. So I feel if we have a system like this, so if that system comes up, now let me go back to the builder thinking, the problem statement. So you get this answer, correct? You have line explanation, blah blah blah, and everything. Now the user selects model agnostic. Okay. Now model agnostic system response. Model agnostic means the method works independently of the type of machine learning model. It can be applied to any model without knowing its internal structure. See, now it gave machine learning model. What if you don't know what machine learning model is? Again, you should be able to select this. Right? So that's why it's called recursive continuation. So recursive understanding engine, that's what we call this, RUI. Okay, so yeah, so basically this builder thinking, we kind of have already, I think it's already done, it's just we have to push it, but we want to see who else can solve this. That's the reason both of this come with a IP claim that you cannot claim this one over the idea. Okay, you cannot claim an IP over the idea, but definitely you can use it for this one. And basically you cannot compete with the company for claiming the idea. You can use it, doesn't matter. Fine, that's the whole idea that I'm pretty sure you will build it. So let's see how you will go with it. Let's see how you're going to understand it. Any questions here? See, now the document is going to make sense. You understood what. So tell me. It's called a recursive learning flow. You see, every explanation should enable further exploration. The system should support multi-layers of depth. User experience, clean, intuitive interaction, no clutter, smooth navigation between levels. How will you imagine this? Now I understand. Somebody asked me why we gave extra time, because this kind of stuff requires extra time. So you got concept. There's a number of components you have. Evaluation got a component, concept understanding, then concept identification, recursive design, UX, clarity, a lot of stuff. Who at this 11 o'clock is entering the meeting? Great, really. Anyways, so that's what my brother's problem is. So you guys let me know what do you think about it. Yes, I guess I have to run because that's the meeting call. So I guess we are like 10 to 11, 11, 9, 10, 9, correct, 1 hour is pretty much that we had. So tell me, anything else? Stop presenting. Okay, I've stopped. Now you tell me what any questions that you want to discuss. Done? Let me take a pic so that we can have some. Right. Yes, people, you're thinking which problem to take. Okay, now you're trying to choose a problem, right? Choose a problem today. Who is asking not to choose a problem later? Choose a problem today, solve it. Choose Mangalam's problem today, solve it. Go back next week, solve the other problem. The next week, solve the other problem. The beauty is that you have a beautiful problem to solve now. Don't think about which problem should I solve. Solve something which is closest to you. Okay, solve it, and later once you are confident, solve the other problem. Of course, you will not get a prize, but solving it itself is a prize. Okay, don't think about the small gains. How about you guys? Are there any specifics you want for the short problem statement? Sarika, the UI is never an expectation of the client. Client's problem has to be solved. Okay, so for you also, like when you think about it in future, there's no particular thing about the UI. I can't, because we know the problem. When the problem gets solved, UI will be the part of the solution. So will your UI simply support a lot of people to use it without being an Einstein about it? That's the user interface, right? Now, UI doesn't come without UX. So your UX should support the UI. I mean, UI should actually be the front end of the user experience. You get the point, right? So, AI is there, ChatGPT is there, discuss everything. Like, give me a picture, how should we think about it? Imagine if somebody is using it, somebody is monitoring it, think in all the angles and come up with pages and windows and managing this whole lesson. Are you going to put in lesson plan before, or are you going to create the lesson there? Are you going to give a chatbot kind of a thing, and like how we did with LLM, just ChatGPT here? ChatGPT gives the answer automatically. Those words get highlighted. Think in any which way. Think in all the ways. Correct. This is not an age where you are not. You have assistance of AI with you, and it is huge. So with the right people, with the right question and right intent, trust me, it's going to be fantastic. I know, it is easier said than done, but you have the energy. You people have the energy. Go do it. Okay. Anything else, please? Thank you for explaining each problem. Superb. Thank you, Karthik. Thank you for appreciating it. Thank you for the fact that you appreciate the effort in this one. Thank you, Mangalam. For that whole explanation. I mean, it's a good AI stands for. See, the problem of what good AI is trying to solve is the good of everybody. Okay. Of course, good AI has a lot of internal critical problem statements. Of course, we discussed that we could bring something like that, but he said, like, for that, the kind of data that you need to generate is beyond 3 days, 4 days. He'll have to probably give you 15 days just data generated and stuff. Not problem. So they ended up with saying, okay, let's do something for the society. Let's build this kind of stuff so that we can put it out as a part of this hackathon series, and people can use the health monitoring system longevity check. So it's up to you whether you want to check, whether you want to build a system where people can calculate their longevity, or you want to build a system for people to remember something, or you want to build a system for mastering something. It's up to you, your choice. All problems are for society. Cool?
100%. Yep.
Okay then. Bye. Good night. Raise hands if you want to say bye, or type in. I'm pretty sure like you're all sleeping now. You don't want to unmute and disturb everyone around. Okay. See you. Bye.
Thank
Okay,
you.
by the
Thank
way,
you. Yeah.
By the way, I'll be sending a link. Vijay Narendra Collective will be playing, right? When all of you will come 8 hours of coding and everything. So there's my favorite. I'm a part of a band, so my band is going to come and play over there. So any particular English song that you guys want to listen to, I mean, if it is in the range that of us, we'll definitely like to play. So later in the group, you can just message the songs list, anything that you want. The 90s song. Okay, there's a song called 90s song. There's an actual song named 90s song. Okay, I didn't know that. But let me say, not here, please. No, in general, a 90s English song. That's like more like.
The olden days, the black and white, the
No,
previous.
90s is not black and white. Black and white will go to.
Okay, yeah. Some olden days, right? The
Achha,
Hindi
Komal
song.
wants 90s Hindi song, Kumar Sanu type.
Mhm.
Okay, I don't think so. I don't think so. We have that. No, we can't do that. That's just it won't because we only have 45 to 50 minutes. In that, it is just. Acha, you saw in their profile, but in this one, it's not possible. I told him actually, he said no. It's just 1 hour for 45 minutes. We just want to. So just there's one place for one English song. Yeah, Arijit's song is there. One English song, because we have not selected any English songs. Okay, so he said, ask them whatever it is that they want to, like Hotel California or something like that. So let's see. You think about it and put it in the WhatsApp later, right? So all of you code hard, enjoy. Then after that, after the whole thing is over, then we'll have a jamming session and go on, chill out and go home. Okay. Bye.
For sure. Sure. Yep. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for your time and the questions. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Have a great day. Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Thank you.